Greetings, programs. My name is Wretch, and I'd like to welcome you to Vampire the Masquerade Heartless Lullaby. We had just finished Sins of the Sires a few days ago, and I thought I was done with VTM games for a bit, but sure enough, I had a bunch of people message me saying, "Hey Wretch, this new VTM game just dropped," and I was like, neat. Well, gives me an excuse to dive back into the world of darkness. You guys know that I am all about these games. I'm all about the world that White Wolf created. And this is apparently a special one. This is an RPG style game that was actually part of a VTM game jam. And it looks to be pretty good from what I've seen. I guess they did a game competition and this may have been the best one, hence the reason that it was released on Steam. But this game is free on Steam right now. If you're watching the YouTube replay of this, I'll have the link down in the description below if you'd like to play it. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this started. We'll go ahead and turn down the music just a little bit because this has to deal with a nightclub. I know that much about it. The Heartless Club, 4:30 a.m. Oh, that's cool. May have to turn the music and everything down. Oh, wow. Okay. Don't know if I can. Our character is Zach Riley, a young man in his late 20s, partying with his college buddy, Johnny. You stand in the queue that gives access to fairly new and trendy nightclub, the Heartless. Johnny is not feeling very well. He's hunched behind us, staggeringly and slightly, with a blank stare. Are you sure you want to keep the party going, stud? Johnny, trying to focus his gaze and blinking effusively. Of course, you bastard, he shouts as he raises the half-empty beer bottle in his hand. This has to be our big night. We have to get in however we can. Before Johnny finishes his sentence, you hear a loud snort behind you. As you turn around, you notice how the bouncer starts to cross his arms and frown. Get the hell out of here, you fucking drunks, he shouts grimly. Press tab to highlight interactable elements. Ooh. So the dumpster, the bouncer, and these papers. There's no point in trying to get another joint at this hour, and we're certainly not with Johnny in this state. We're leaving. When you turn around with the intention of leaving the queue, Johnny's face twists into a pitiful grimace. No, man, it's our big night. Stumbling, Johnny tries to block your way. I'm not moving. You idiot. If I leave him alone, he'll end up in the ICU. One drink, Johnny. One. And then we're leaving. You idiot. Wait, can we interact with this? The front page is full of news about the multiple cases of missing persons. The city is going to hell. A hulking disco bouncer scowls at you. As soon as he sees you approaching, he rolls his eyes and lets out another sigh. Hey, Recurrent, what's going on? No, what do you want, scum? Don't you have a better place to drop dead? He adds without even looking you in the eye. Intelligence moderate. What, do we have stats? Ooh. Okay, stats we apparently can't look at right now. Let's try intelligence. This place doesn't look like an after-hours club. Ooh, we failed. You can clearly see the veins in the bouncer's forehead swell more and more. His pupils, absurdly dilated, reveal the various substances consumed throughout the night, almost as a warning. Careful now. The bouncer judges you slowly. After a few cold seconds, he seems to dismiss the idea of crushing your head like a watermelon. Out. Now. Taking hold of Johnny by his arm, you take a couple of steps backward. Come on, man. Let's go. Turning around, suddenly, your attention is completely captivated by the most beautiful eyes you have ever seen. A woman, tall and slender, absolutely perfect, hair dyed red and tied in 2 buns, bright green eyes and smooth ivory skin, walks toward the entrance. As she reaches your side, you feel the world grind to a halt. As she slowly looks down and stares directly at you, a warm half smile on her face pierces your soul. She can't be real, right? Lifting her face again, the woman continues on her way past the bouncer. He greets her with a quick nod of his head, and her perfect figure disappears amidst the noise of the nightclub. What was that? You've seen a lot of other women in your life, but never some like her. Still numb, paralyzed by the experience, you feel trapped in your own mind, struggling to superimpose reason on whatever it is that is asking you to break through until you find her. I need to get into that club, whatever it takes. Johnny? Well, Johnny's still by your side, of course, but right now he's the least of your problems. You had to leave him lying right there to get in, lying on his own puke. You do it. In a heartbeat. I'm not that drunk, am I? They didn't spike my last drink, right? No. No way. An insistent buzzing sound brings you out of your reverie. Zach, dude, Zach. The word slips slowly and heavily from his lips. Are you alright, Zach? You're very pale, Zach. Zach, you're not well, Zach. Your own name begins to sound strange, repeated so many times by someone in such a state of dispossession. Johnny, you just saw that woman too, didn't you? Johnny's face twists into a grimace of confusion. Dude? By the time you realize that Johnny's voice sounds far away, you realize that you're walking toward the entrance of the club. You see the bouncer's arm go up and you close your eyes in anticipation. From the bouncer's walkie-talkie, a static-wrapped message finds a way to you. Just let them through, Victor. It really is a special night. Lifting the walkie-talkie to his mouth. Of course, sir. Returning the device to the holster on his belt, Victor, the mountain of muscle that until now had blocked your entrance, points at you with his index finger. You can come in. Your friend too. If you don't behave, there will be no warnings. Understood? Miracles do happen at 4:35 in the morning. Yeah. Johnny, come on. Last one's on me. We have gained entrance. Like a wave crashing violently against the shore, a myriad of colors, smells, and sounds explode against your senses. Just 10 minutes ago, you would have gladly dragged Johnny home. Now your whole world swirls and dances, merging with the trance music and the lights of the Heartless. In your mind, only one image keeps the situation coherent. That woman. Her eyes, drilled into your consciousness, call out to you, inviting you to meet her. Okay, well, we're in the club now. That music should be a little bit louder. Johnny, pull yourself together, for God's sake. At least until I get her name. Johnny, behind you, seems to come to now that he sees himself inside the club, or seems to come to. Oh, we did it! He says, shaking his head and wiping the corner of his mouth. I knew you'd get us in, Zach. That's why I like you. He pauses for a second and swallows what was probably a gag. I think it's too late now, but look, control yourself, okay? I wouldn't want to get our asses kicked out of here, man. Don't worry. For the moment, I'm gonna order something without alcohol. Water. Water, for instance. The words sound inordinately strange coming from him. It's possible he's not touched a drop for days. I'm going to the bar, Zach, and when I'm a little bit better, we'll have the last one, okay? Sure, man. I'll walk around while I'm at it. I've never been here before, and I like the vibe. And the people who seem to follow it, of course. Let's have some fun. Have fun. That is our objective, okay. Hey, Nova, how you doing, friend? So it's tab to... Oh, that's cool. I don't need to get into the cloakroom. It's locked, and there doesn't seem to be anyone inside. I don't need to leave anything behind, either. Ooh, look at this. It's kind of got a Shadowrun vibe to it. Oh, can we dance like in Bloodlines? Come on. You gotta have fun. The whole night has led you to this moment. The floor is yours, baby. Well, actually. There we go. Hey, Johnny, come on. Let's sweat out all the booze you've been drinking. Of course! With astonishing agility for someone in his current state, Johnny dashes to the dance floor, and both you begin to sway to the decadent beat of the music. Oh, look at that white guy dancing. Well, we're a show, that's for sure. But I don't give a shit. This is great. For the first time in the entire night, you feel liberated. Good. Look at the man in the red hat here. A man hunched over the table, sipping slowly from a crystal glass, oblivious to the world. All his clothing could be described as bizarre, reminiscent of a hobo with a high sense of aesthetics, or a fashion designer in decline. In either case, his presence clashes tremendously with the place. As you approach, he slowly turns his head, and on his face a smirk spreads from ear to ear. Walker! Straight out of the vapors of the night and straight to the Heartless, like the prodigal son of the good book, like Dorothy and her stupid yellow tiles. Sit down, son, or stand as you prefer, but give me your name, and I'll give you mine. It's Zach. Zach Riley. Have we met before? Now we have, Zach Riley. Now we have. All beginnings are awkward, but where we're going, the only thing that matters are the endings. They call me Lewis. Lewis Byrne. I think it's Byrne, isn't it? B-Y-R-N-E? Nice to meet you, Lewis. Are you a regular here? Regular. Oh, of course, in every place I am regular, even if I've never been there. But this place, oh, I know it. Oh, yes, I know it well. Even if it doesn't know me, I haven't introduced myself, you know, to the owners. No, to the Heartless. Owners come and go. Their ridiculous wars bury centuries of history under mountains of casualties. And when all the dust is settled, the only thing that remains is the place. This Heartless place. Are you saying that the regency of the club changes hands a lot, or am I missing the point? Taking a slow swig from his glass, Lewis looks you straight in the eye. Oh yes, constantly. Leaving the empty glass on the bar, he gazes at the bottom of the vessel. Something tells me we'll soon see a new change, Zach Riley. I understand. I'm gonna go take a walk, okay? Sure. See you around, Walker. Don't get lost in the night. So that's probably a Malkavian. We were brought in here due to, I would assume, Toreador presence? Okay, going behind the bar is probably not a good idea. What's back here? Oh, we cannot go back there yet. Everything sound all right, guys? The bartender is a young girl. You might estimate her to be about your age, although her demeanor is, at least right now, much more elegant than yours. She occupies her thoughts wiping glasses behind the bar with a dark red cloth, paying special attention to each one, as if they were much more valuable than they let on. Her hands work fast, and perhaps because of the effects of all the alcohol you've had so far, they're complicated to follow. As you instinctively lean on the bar, her icy blue gaze pins you to the spot. What will it be? Her voice is as cold as her eyes, and yet she invites you to have one more drink. A strong one. Before you can respond, blurt out that Jaeger bomb that you're sure you'd instantly regret. Johnny comes to the rescue. Give me a few minutes, Zach. Don't start without me. Sure, man. Chill. I'm going for a walk, and we'll take that last one, okay? A Jaeger bomb is the last drink? It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Oh, okay. Little variety for such a trendy club, and little quantity. Could it be that this time of night the clientele is more of a non-alcoholic drinker? Hint, hint. Can we dance again? Enough dancing for one night. Phew. I guess it's time to check out. Oh, there she is. What's that on the floor? A crumpled piece of paper on the floor seems to have found its place among all the filth and trash decorating the dance floor. Does it have something written on it? Let's see. Unfolding it, you realize that's an attempt at a poem, handwritten and crudely written. The author clearly doesn't know how to rhyme, although his intentions and feelings are clear for the first line, or from the first line. Ugh, it's embarrassing. Who the hell nowadays is so intense? You got crumpled paper. Our first item. Yes, the vampire woman entered and enticed us to come in. I believe we are on the menu. Before you, a couple converses quietly, blocking the exit to the terrace. With regal bearing and elegant attire, they don't look like the usual clientele of a club of this type, at this time of night. He wears his hair slicked back and gelled, completely black, like his eyes. She, also dressed in a suit, has half her head shaved, with the other half descending in a cascade of pale blonde over her left shoulder. Both seem to understand each other perfectly over the thunderous music without a hitch. When they see you approach, their heads turn slightly, visibly annoyed by the interruption. Oh, what do you want, kiddo? The words slither slowly and venomously, sending a shiver up and down your spine. Yeah, excuse me, I just wanted to go out to the terrace for a moment. Don't be like that, she says, tapping her knuckles on the partner's shoulder. Bad luck, cutie. The terrace is occupied. Evaluating you from head to toe, she seems to enjoy the embarrassment you are feeling right now. Oh. Static, thank you very much for that raid, boss. I appreciate it. Never has a compliment sounded so insulting to you. Get lost. The fuck? So we're already seeing strange things here in the club. So we got some booze right there. We will go talk. Oh, look at that symbol right there. A sort of mat or black cloth hanging between the two doors displays a strange symbol, painted in red in a careless manner. It's quite out of tune with the rest of the decoration. I don't know what the hell it is either. The logo of some band around here, maybe? Hey, Vito. On the other side, you hear a lot of movement. Suddenly, a muffled scream startles you. Fuck! Knocking on the door with your knuckles. Hey, is everything all right? Yeah, relax. Girl stuff. They must be shooting up, I imagine. In any case, I'm not going to go there. Locked by means of a magnetic card reader. Such exclusive security measures. Looks like we won't be able to go out on the terrace anytime soon. A huge red spray-painted graffiti in the wall dominates the room. ACAB, with each A stylized as the anarchist symbol. All cops are bastards, huh? More and more graffiti like this can be seen all over the city. The situation is getting more and more tense. Resolve straightforward. Further inspect the graffiti. I can hear a dice roll. Success. Another graffiti, smaller and almost erased, finishes off the end of the B. Fuck 'em, cammies. I'm not familiar with that insult. Guess you learn something new every day. The bathroom. It's disgusting, but nothing you haven't seen before in other nightclubs. After all night, you just feel the need to relieve yourself. Well, better here than in an alley. I think that we just did. The dusty grate lets a weak current pass through. How many drugs did the regulars manage to hide down there? Come on. Nothing to see here. Wash your hands. Small stains of a blackish, dried-up liquid decorate the edges of the sink. Inspect the stains. Success! Looks like dried blood. It must have been a fight. Yes, a fight. Now let's wash our face. You turn on the faucet, and after a second, a stream of ice-cold water gushes out. Pouring water on your face, you immediately feel more awake. It's been a long night, and you can't wait to go to bed. Yeah, I don't think that's in the cards for us. It's overflowing with toilet paper stained with something dark. Someone had a nosebleed. That's what happened. The DJ is very into the music, much more than the rhythm would invite you to think. If you look for a couple of seconds, you're immediately able to realize that in his head, he's following a melody of his own, moving with a cadence contrary to that of the piped music. He seems to have dressed in clothes from two different closets, that of an 80s punk and that of a nouveau riche or daddy's boy looking to sell a pyramid scheme. Strangely, it's not a look that looks bad on him. He's not even wearing his headphones, so if you yell at him, you understand that he'll hear you. Charisma plus wits moderate. I like the music. Hey, Hellbanner. So, like I said, I don't know what our stats are. Yeah, DJ, do you know the one that goes dun dun dun? we're gonna fail this one. Oh, we succeeded. Of course. Done, 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 brother. Oh, and he actually changed the music for us. That's cool. Okay. Oh. Strength of 2. Okay, manipulation of 1, intelligence of 1. Wits 2, resolve 3, composure, stamina. So we are standard human with a little... We've got some resolve and charisma. Those are our biggest strengths. Oh, Dama, thank you for redeeming that extra life donation. I'll take care of that here in a bit. All right. And you are blocking the door to the VIP section. A gigantic bouncer, dressed in a cheap suit almost bursting at the seams, stands in front of you, blocking your way to the VIP area. With a guttural growl. Accreditation. No. Sorry. We'll get lost. He's nicer than the other one that we ran into. Well, let's see what she's drinking. Maybe we can use that as a in for our conversation. Wait a minute. Oh, that's a window. Thought that was like a curtain door that would lead out, let out to the terrace. It's a bottle of wine, although I don't recognize the brand. It must be artisan. The thick contents hardly sparkle under the lights of the club. Sitting, all by herself, at one of the tables reserved for customers, is the woman who made you forget the rest of the world when you were waiting in line at the entrance. With an elegant glass of wine in her hand, she sips absent-mindedly, while glancing at her cell phone from time to time, waiting, no doubt, for someone. You find it impossible to take your eyes off her for more than 10 seconds, and no matter what you do, you always end up looking back at her. You feel like a teenager again, stealing glances at the girl of your dreams. Her hair, red as fire, gathered in 2 perfect buns on either side of her head, dazzles the room like an ancient lighthouse in the middle of the neon storm and trance music. Her gestures, elegant and distracted, subtle and rhythmic. When she finally raises her head and your eyes meet, the emerald immensity of her gaze traps you in a world of your own, one in which only she and you exist. That is the power of presence. Look, talk to her, you moron. Just don't stand there staring at her. A shy, stylish smile begins to form on the woman's face. Come, sit down. If you keep looking at me like that from a distance, you're going to make me feel uncomfortable. Her voice travels through the air like a bullet, straight to your chest. Notice how your heart starts pounding in your chest with eagerness, almost as if it wants to escape. And before you know it, your legs are already on their way and you find yourself sitting in front of her, still struggling to discern if it's a mirage or not. Talk to her, you coward! Oh, that's horrible. Yeah, sorry, forgive me. It wasn't my intention to bother you. Well, wait, we do have our charisma and composure is our highest. Our highest stats. We'd get 6 dice technically for that. What do you guys think? Should we go for the horrible pickup line, or should we just say, hey, forgive me, it wasn't my intention to bother you? This is a VTM game, Hellbanner. This is brand new. Roll the dice? All right. Let's say red. I'm rolling a chance cube, by the way, red and blue. So let's do red for the roll blue for the other one. All right, red it is. I think we got it. Well, making you feel uncomfortable is the last thing I would want to make you feel tonight. The young woman arches her eyebrows in a gesture of amused surprise and lets out a light, mirthful laugh. You seem to have quickly found the courage you lacked. Taking a small sip from her glass and licking the corners of her mouth, she lifts her chin. So, are you going to tell me your name anytime soon, brave one? Nailed it. Zach Riley. Diane. Tell me, Zach, what are you and your friend doing at the Heartless at this hour? Your friend. If you hadn't just been reminded, you would have completely forgotten that Johnny is still at the bar, battling an alcoholic coma and heartbreak. Oh yeah, my friend's going through a rough patch. He just left his wife. He needed a boys' night out. How could I let him down? Well, try not to leave him alone then, Zach Riley. And if you can, get home before you do something you might regret. No good decision is made after midnight. Well, if this conversation has been a bad decision, could we ever make a good one? I highly doubt it, Riley, but the thought of it is not something I would dislike. See you, handsome. Oh, I've had enough fun by my own. I should get back to Johnny. I have the last one. I kind of like the song that was playing beforehand. Instead of the one that goes dun 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 dun, we should get to play the one that goes dun 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 dun. Seems to be having fun. Let's respect his space. Oh, it has some Disco Elysium vibes. Play the one that sounds like the opener from Blade. Any requests from the audience? How about the same song? All right, we're gonna play that same song again. Do 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 do. Oh, he's still here. Good. Staggering over the bar, Johnny seems to have slightly regained control, but that should change slightly before long. Actually. There we go. After all, we promised to have one last one, didn't we? Oh. Drew, thank you for that donation of $11.74 to Extra Life. Did you just even things up? I think you just evened things up. I greatly appreciate that, boss. Thanks. Helping out the kids. Johnny, looking good, man. You ready for the last one? Of course. Here we go. Bartender, 2 here. Your name is Diane. Your surname you burnt. Oh, we are switching characters. Your surname you burned the night Gabriel embraced you into the Toreador clan. Since then, you're a daughter of the night, and thanks to your sire's position, an agent of the Camarilla, the sect that unites all kindred who seek to remain hidden from human eyes. Tonight your orders are clear. Negotiate with Jackson Cunningham, regent of the Heartless, his adherence to the Camarilla. The time of the anarchists has come to an end, and after the Second Convention of Prague, the position of the Camarilla is clear. All who are not with us are our enemies, and shall burn. Gabriel, do you really think this anarch scum deserves our respect? Taking a small sip from your glass, you savor the sweet taste of the Vitae. It is exquisite. You've never tasted such a wine in your unlife. Your mind is flooded by a torrent of nuances proper to the most complex of hearts. Cunningham, how the hell does an anarchist piece of shit like you get a vintage like this? Standing up, you reach into your pocket for your smartphone, but to no avail. I must have dropped it. Ooh, someone stole her phone. Okay, so I assume that means that we can go into other areas. We got blood smear. Auspex heightened senses. Oh, we need to look at her stats too. A faint, almost imperceptible trail of blood. Something or someone has been dragged along the floor while bleeding. The trace comes from inside the cloakroom. Someone's gone to great lengths to try to erase it. Strength 2. Okay, resolve is not good. Charisma, wits, intelligence, composure. Toreador aren't necessarily known for like their physical attributes, except the dexterity at times. Okay. Ooh, and disciplines. Presence 2, Auspex 1. Wow, we can level up? That's awesome. Okay. I'm already impressed with this. Let's head into the cloakroom. Locked. Well, we can actually head out onto the terrace. They're not there anymore. An elegantly dressed couple quietly sips wine from fine crystal glasses. Their attire is wildly out of keeping with the atmosphere of the club, and their regal, sinister demeanor unsettles you. Their heart does not beat, they do not exhale when they breathe, and their skin is morbidly pale. Kindred, no doubt. Who the hell? When the couple notices you, they turn to you with marked arrogance, begin to size you up from head to toe, their brazenness so obvious it hurts. He nods while grinning an unpleasant smile. She tilts her head rhythmically from side to side, tapping on her lip with a finger. Well, well, look what the night has dragged in. Be careful lest you scare her. Come here, little bird. Sit with us. I'd rather stand. See what you've done. Of course it was my fault. In a reproachful tone, you know how quickly Toreador get anxious at your sight. A creeping fear begins to crawl up your back. You are all alone, facing two perfect strangers, Canaanites no doubt, and knowledgeable about your clan. Who knows what else they know? Have we met before? Not directly, no. We don't hang out in the same joints as you. And yet, here you are. In your head, that sentence sounded much more confident. After you say it, you feel a tremor at the back of your throat. It's been a long time since a presence has disturbed you like this. I would possibly Ventru. Oh, check it out. She's not only pretty, she's smart too. Here we are, yes, and we're not planning to leave anytime soon. Are you sure you don't want to sit down, beautiful? No. The silence that fills the room could be cut with a knife. The couple's eyes, fixed on you, seem to want to pierce you and discover what lies deep inside you. After a few eternal seconds, the man starts talking again. Have you tried the wine, girl? It's very good, although for my taste, drinking it out of a glass makes it lose... what's the word? Sentiment. That's it. Sentiment. Although it's fancier, that's true. Since Gabriel introduced you to the Cainite Society, you've seen hundreds of different kindred, and yet you would not be able to guess the clan to which these two belong. The arrogance of the Ventru, the elegance of the Toreador, the eeriness of the Tremere. Could be La Sombra. Oh, you're very quiet, pretty thing. You haven't told me your names, your clan, nor your sect. Both vampires' faces harden, growing serious at your words. As the man is about to respond, the woman waves her hand at him, cutting him off. You haven't introduced yourself either. Beautiful. My sire taught me the power within names. But he didn't teach you manners, apparently. Young ones should be the first to introduce themselves. Well, I'm here to meet Jackson Cunningham. He's waiting for me upstairs. I'm not looking for any kind of trouble. Jackson. And here I thought you liked them rebellious. Come on, don't judge the man like that. Maybe he's experimenting. They both laughed delightedly, showing their teeth, white and sharp. Embarrassment takes hold of you and rage burns deep. The hell do they think they are? Presence impossible. Yeah, let's just, Nosferatu with very high deception. Can't say anything. Slowly, dragging their laughter for several infinite seconds, the couple eventually calms down. Hey, young lady, when you see Jackson, try to be more open. Talking to a wall isn't exactly entertaining, and tonight has to be one to remember. The woman turns her head to her companion, with an arched eyebrow, looks at him incredulously. Since when do you give sound advice? Adjusting his tie, the man settles back in his chair. A couple of small pieces of glass from inside the sleeves of the man's jacket fall to the ground. Go away, little girl. Let's enjoy the rest of our drink. I'm sure we'll see you later. So glass fell out of his pocket. It's hard to believe that a dive run by anarchists has such a sense of decor this refined. I wonder if we can get in through the cloakroom through here. Ah, yes indeed. Hammers, nails, pliers, ordinary tools. With these, they must have boarded up the window. The window leading into the cloakroom is completely smashed. Someone has tried to fix it with a hurry of a few wooden planks, making a mess of it. There's no glass on this end. They're all inside. The window was blown out from the outside from here. I could try to remove the boards and see what's inside, but I'm probably going to screw up my manicure. That's a Toreador. Strength, straightforward, tear off the planks. Success! I'm going to hear that sound now. With a violent snap, the weak wooden planks succumbed to your supernatural strength. Those 9-inch nails didn't stand a chance. How uncivilized. Whoa, hello there. The inside of the cloakroom is turned upside down. Clear signs of a fight dot the scene. The computer screen is broken, papers are scattered in all directions, and on the desk, a pool of blood drips onto the floor. Poor girl. Clearly something is very wrong. Tonight should have been a quiet night, a mere courtesy visit, a show of good intentions, and yet individuals from outside the Camarilla have managed to sneak into the Heartless as soon as Tobias and Aiden arrive. We need to put Cunningham in his place and get out of here. I think we should investigate a bit more. Because you never know. Oh. Poor girl, So... Oh, whoa. There's a security camera. From the grill, a subtle current of air makes its way through. A video surveillance camera. The cable extends into the ventilation grill next to it. I'm sure that if I access the recording, I'll know what happened in here. Who did this? So that's what we need to do. Okay. Let's get out of here and hope that they're not outside waiting for us. Okay, they are not. Huzzah. So can we actually exit out? That can only be opened from the inside. I'm really liking this so far, guys. It's got a cool vibe to it that I appreciate. Music doesn't hurt either. Okay, so everything on the terrace is pretty much already discovered. We can talk to them again, but I'm surprised we couldn't pick up some pieces of glass or something. Those pretentious bastards. Something is wrong. Let's go ahead and check on our new human friend. Can we dance? To the rhythm of the music, you see several people dancing wildly. A distant feeling of nostalgia grips your heart. How long has it been since last night I was able to have fun with no strings attached, without thinking about what would happen next? When Gabriel brought me into this world, I thought immortality would be the perfect excuse to be forever happy. Yet nothing could be further from the truth. It's true, though, too. One of the most tragic of the vampire clans is the Toreador, because the Toreador are the clan most linked to humanity. Like, they're still involved in the human world, more so than any of the others. And because of their love of beauty and art and things of that nature, it's like, I always think of the Toreador, that quote from Pirates of the Caribbean, when Barbossa's talking about, like, food turned to ash in their mouths. Some stuff like that. Like, they're perpetually around what does not stimulate them anymore. Still await the day the Hunter games get a remaster remake. I think there's a Hunter game coming out soon, Drew. I'll have to look that up. Zach Riley, the clumsy young man clearly infatuated by your presence, is having a drink with his friend. Both are a sorry sight. Dirty, sweaty, and sticky, sipping more and more alcohol amidst laughter and wailing. And yet, you would trade yourself for them in a heartbeat. You'd leave behind everything you are to spend one last night as a mortal woman again. Come on, we don't have time to waste with Kine. Oh, the Malkavian is not here anymore. Memories flood into your mind, like a brutal stampede. Once upon a time, you yourself used to make a living behind a bar. One like this one. Another club, another city, but in the end, all the same. It's all in the past now, Diane. So we're getting a lot of info on Diane very quickly. Many bottles of delicate vitae sit on a refrigerated shelf, sorted by vintage, apparently. Getting old blood to taste this good is quite an art. The vintner in charge of supplying this establishment is, of course, on top of his game. Like I said, I'll look it up and see. Alcohol. Its effect is almost as repugnant as the taste of the blood of those who have consumed it in large quantities. And yet some seem to enjoy it greatly. That is why cattle are fed like this in places like these. It's strange, however, that they have let in and are serving that pair, Zach and their friend. The quality of the wine would invite one to think they have their own vintner here. They're being prepared is what's happening. The young woman behind the bar radiates vitality. Her clear blue eyes, almost hidden behind long eyelashes, move slowly and carefully, scanning the glasses she cleans with subtle movements. Your bosses don't just pay you with money, do they, sweetheart? Under all those layers of cheap perfume and booze, I'm getting traces of your last drink. A ghoul waitress saves some troubles, of course. Poor soul. How may I help you tonight, miss? Tell me, pretty eyes, how's the evening progressing? Anything remarkable you'd like to confess? A sudden flush in her cheeks colors her pale complexion as she hears your compliment. Your influence over the kind continues to surprise you night after night. I only serve drinks to customers, miss. I don't see, I don't hear, and I don't ask questions. Come on, a whole night behind the bar? Words are sure to find their way into your ears, and effortlessly, I dare say. Those who frequent these places rely on the drink to whisper the darkest truths to the most innocent ears. I might get in trouble, miss. No one needs to know. Tell me, what ails you tonight? Success! As your eyes glow slightly pink, you feel the barmaid's knees weaken at your words, charged with the innate power of the Clan of the Rose. Tonight some new clients came in. Strangers. I've never seen them before. They didn't use the door. Suddenly they were inside. Someone must have snuck them in. And they scare me, miss. Describe them to me. They're a man and a woman. They're dressed in suits, black. They're like you, miss. There's no one like me, girl. Remember that. Thanks for everything. Okay, so we already kind of knew that. Well, maybe we can go into... Let's check if we can go outside real quick. Nope. We are left here in the club. Return to your table, huh? Are we going to be jumping back between Zach and Diane? Because that's kind of cool because you get to see it from either side. Let's go into the ladies' bathroom. Oh, God. Before you, a girl dressed in a club uniform lies slumped, barely conscious. All around her, blood stains all over the floor match the wounds of her small, battered body. Her breathing, agitated and arrhythmic, accompanies her faint, racing heartbeat. Your whole being shudders, leaving you with a mix of dismay, disgust, and desire. At her side, a sinister figure tends to her lacerations with quick, precise, almost surgical movements. Slowly, he turns his head to face you, still applying bandages to the still open cuts. His eyes, hidden behind round red lenses, Her unnaturally pale complexion confirms what you knew the moment you set foot into the bathroom. Kindred. When you open your mouth, about to ask what the hell is going on, the girl's eyes widen. They're coming for me! Help me, Kristoff! The bespectacled man turns his face towards her again, and with a gloved, slightly blood-stained hand twirls his mustache, oiling it with the young woman's vitae. Easy now, my young vine. No one's going to hurt you tonight. Turning his dark gaze to you again, his words descend slowly, dripping like the blood from the girl's wounds. As long as I am here, no one will harm the harvest. What the? Get me out of here, Kristoff. Get me out of... Her plea is interrupted by the man who, with a deft gesture, injects a vial into her arm. Sleep now, my dear. Fear is an awful shade. What's going on here? An unfortunate incident, young Rose. Nothing more. Behind the injected drug effects, the girl seems to be struggling to express something. They've been... Who did this to you? Shh. Enough, monsieur. Our guest wouldn't dare lay a hand on you. Removing the hair from his face and in the process smearing it with blood, the man proceeds to caress the young woman's face. Get away from her. Right now. She will die without me, and that is a price I am not willing to pay, young Rose. I'm called Kristoff. Take another vial, a very small red one. Kristoff uncorks it and holds it up to the girl's mouth, murmuring something. Drink, my sweet vine. The storm has been hard on you, but I'm here. Who are you? And who has done this? You already know my name. Tenderly caressing the girl's head, the bespectacled man turns to you. I am the Vinter, the keeper of all heartless souls, and like my forefathers before me, I promised them eternal life. I am the one who in charge of turning the water of life into wine, and I take care of my garden. You're the dominator of all the ghouls of the Heartless. Ghouls that you then bleed to make the wine. I trust your appreciation will not become an accusation, young Rose. You know well the criminal beauty of our existence, and I am not an animal. I never harvest an unwilling vine. And that is why the wine is so exquisite. It is not tainted with violence. So, are you going to tell me what happened here? A very unfortunate incident with some extremely unpleasant clients. You're lying. I assure you, I do not. Roll the dice. And are your clients always like this? The man's face darkens, and his expression tightens into a grimace of disgust. Not until now. From tonight onwards, who knows? My poor vines. Tonight there should be only one change in this shithole. The new regency of the Camarilla. And this kind of thing would never be done by an agent sent by the prince. Someone else is making a move for the Heartless. If you have finished judging us, I recommend that you go back to the bar and wait for the rest of your party. Cunningham is waiting for you upstairs. Ooh, man. Filled to the brim with all kinds of vials, pills, and sachets. A myriad of small, bloody shards of glass scattered to the floor. A large number of the girl's wounds must have been caused by their hasty removal from her flesh. Well, we're putting the pieces together for sure. All right, guys. Well, I'm actually not sure how long this game is, but I'll tell you what, I think this is a good place to go ahead and end it for now. We've got a really good impression of what's going on in this club. It was supposed to be kind of handed off to the Camarilla, the struggle in 5th edition between the Camarilla and the Anarchs because the Sabbat was almost completely devastated. I bet it's La Sombra. That's kind of my vibe into it. The brother and sister combo. But I guess we'll find out. It could be someone very different. Could be a different clan, a different bloodline. We'll figure it out. And maybe we'll be able to get back to Zach and see if him and his buddy are going to be able to get out of this place alive and undrained. But I hope you guys have enjoyed it so far. If you haven't followed the Twitch channel, please do so. I try and stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays with random times in between. And if you're watching the replay of this on YouTube, I have a link to the Twitch channel in the description below. Give us a follow if you can. A link to this game from Steam. I highly recommend checking it out. Maybe you want to do your own little adventure here in the world of darkness. And I also have a link to my Extra Life page where I'm raising money for my local children's hospital via the awesome Extra Life charity. So check out all those things if you feel so inclined. Like, share, subscribe. You guys know the drill there. And we will see you next time. Later days, everyone.